Hey everybody, welcome back to Four Tunings. Thank you very much. Today, a quick video. Hopefully you pick up maybe one or two tips out of this. This is stuff that's going into my bow hunting backpack. It's August 25th. Bow hunting season is here. I'm stoked, I'm excited. Probably doing my first trip this weekend. Stay tuned, subscribe, but let's get into this and what's going into my backpack. So, I'm getting excited, I'm getting antsy. I want to go hunting, right? So I have an antelope tag, and right now is actually archery season for that antelope tag. This weekend's going to be my first shot at going out, and that's before the archery season for deer and elk start. So I need to get my backpack together. What a great time to shoot a short video like this, put my bow hunting backpack together, and go from there. This is slightly going to be different than what I would carry in my rifle backpack when it's rifle season or late into the snow. Might have some different variables there. Most of what I have right here is what goes into my backpack. I got the Badlands Diablo Dose. After I walk through all this real quickly, we'll load that pack up, go through some quick weights, and you'll be able to kind of see how I put everything together real quick. So let's get started. One of the first things first is I do carry a binocular pack in my front right here. And so this is a full harness, not a water bladder on it, but it's a harness. So it goes here, and so one thing that's on this table that goes into here with, there's my binoculars, is right here, this little compartment. This takes my rangefinder. So when you're bow hunting, you want your rangefinder nice and accessible. I was finding that trying to put it on my belt anywhere was interfering with my backpack and just the belt riding, or my belt loop on the backpack riding on the rangefinder. This is awesome from Badlands. So check these things out. If you could take stuff off of your waist so that it's not interfered with your backpack belt loop, try and figure that out. So there you go. There's binoculars and my rangefinder right here on the front of my chest. I'm going to set that to the side though, because that's not going in my backpack. So let's come here. One of the first things right here. So I love organizations in a backpack, and so I have what you could kind of see, these baggies. Looks like I got 3 red ones here and a gray one. So this long red one I have, I'll use it for like food. So on most bow hunting trips, I pack pretty light on food. Like here's a couple bag of nuts here, fig bar, and like one of these little honey stinger energy thingies that you need, like some salt, some sodium. I always have one of those with me just in case. Most of the times I'll have a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I do that because a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, well, I swear it'll last for like a week in these packs. No matter if it's cold, hot, you could pull that sucker out 6 days later and eat it. So there is my food bag. Of course I'm missing some other things in here, like some jerky and some gummy bears, but that is how I do that. Just kind of zip that up, it squishes down real nice. And I just flat out know my tall red bag is my food bag. I'm going to set that here to the side. I have another little red baggie here, and what I'll do with this one is I got my little package of wet wipes here. You guys know what that's for. It's not for blowing your nose. And a little package of hand warmers. So maybe you want to use your wet wipes, hand warmers at the same time. Who knows? Sometimes if there's other miscellaneous things I'm not describing here, this will be the bag it'll go into. All depends. So I just kind of suck that up. These are not waterproof bags by far. It'll help some dampness if these are in your pack and your pack gets a little wet. It's a little extra barrier. But if you're using TP or like wet wipes like that, I would just put it into a little sandwich bag. It just helps out. Carry a little bit of rope. It's not much. And this just goes into a nice little side pocket on the pack that it's hard to reach to. So it just kind of goes into that spot by itself. This is good, if you got to make a sling, or maybe you got to do a tourniquet for maybe if you're bleeding or hurt, right? Maybe you got to tie maybe a different kind of rope. You got to tie a tag onto your animal. Maybe you got to tie up a leg if you're by yourself, and you could tie that leg off in a tree, and that way it'd help you gut the animal. So always a little bit of rope there. Let's see, what else do we got here? Here is one little luxury item. Yahtzee. I had the high score last year. I don't know how many times I played bow hunting. Even rifle hunting when I'm sitting, I'll play Yahtzee. Had the highest score, and I think one of my sons broke it this summer camping. It takes about 4 Yahtzees to get the high score anymore. It does help pass the time though. That's a luxury item. All right, here we go here. This is an Under Armour face mask. Kind of got the nice lining on the inside that's nice and soft. I have a black one. I have an orange one. I packed the orange one during rifle season. So that way if I know I put it on, I'm in compliance with the laws here in Wyoming and probably most states for that matter. You know, you have to have so many cubic inches or a hat or something like that. But when you got a full ball of clava on, you got your whole head, your neck, it's orange. That's great. And then I have an orange hat I might even put on the top. So you got your orange on. Even if it's hot, I just pack these. Sometimes you just never know in the morning or in the evening when you just need that 1 extra hour of just a little bit of warmth around your face and your neck. So that will go into my pack. This is the black one. This is the one I'll use for bow hunting. These don't necessarily go in my pack. Well, this will. So, you know, we all have our calls. These are 2 popular calls, hoochie mamas, for elk. And here's the baby one and the mama one or something like that, right? So this one, pretty much the hoochie mama, will go into my pants pocket. So it's quick and it's right there. I can pull it out. This one I will put into my pack, probably in one of those little side pockets, maybe with that rope right there. And I would only pull this out when I'm sitting down. So I'm not always carrying both of these calls in pockets where I could get them both out and start blowing them. This one will probably be in my pack. When I sit down, I'll pull it out and just have it ready, and you can sit there and do 2 calls. But this one goes in my pants pocket, so I'm just going to set this one to the side. Okay, here, let's set that to the side for now. Little wind checker. This sometimes will go in my pants pocket. Sometimes I could fit it in with my rangefinder and my binoculars case. But this you kind of want available to you that you could get it out pretty quickly. And so there's one little of those belt pockets that's on the Diablo Dos and most backpacks, and that's where I will put this by itself. And then if I have my kids with me, they love to check wind, I think every like 5 minutes. So I'll give it to them and they'll check my wind for me. This little gray baggie right here, just a little gray bag, will carry some of my electronic stuff. So one thing for trying to film a YouTube video, I gotta carry batteries and memory cards. Here's some GoPro batteries. There might be a few extra little GoPro clips. I might have an extra battery for a bigger camera that I'm filming with right now. And I will stuff all that into this gray sack and carry that with me. That just goes with trying to make YouTube. So put a little bag and we'll zip that down. There we go. All right, moving on to a couple things here. Let's go here. So here is a flashlight, and this is an Anchor, and I think it's Anchor, it says Boulder, and this sucker is bright. And it's a little extra weight, but it is so worth it. You know, it has 3 different like levels of brightness, little strobe light action, blinking. These things are awesome. They're rechargeable. I have 2 of these. I mean, these are so good that I'm going to get like 2 more just to put in the house. These things are bright. So this comes with me. Where this kind of ends up in my pack, it's somewhere that I'm going to want to get to real quickly at night. I'll show you. I have a spot on a pocket on the outside of my pack that I normally place this. Because once it gets dark and you're ready to get up and move out, I want to unzip that pocket, pull it out, go. So, flashlight. We'll skip that little thing right there for a second. Stop rolling. So, here is another little bag that I carry with me. So this one I actually have written on it where it says batteries. So this little bag has become a headlamp. So yeah, I carry a flashlight and a headlamp. This comes in very handy sometimes though when maybe it's dark and you are skinning an animal or gutting an animal. That's where this is really handy. Headlamp is just always good to have. I don't pack extra batteries with me when I'm bow hunting. I'll have batteries at base camp, but during bow season I won't really pack extra batteries. If this goes dead, I got the flashlight. I should be good, but that's just one of those little things I have cut out of my bag, and you might not want to do that, but so be it. Here I have just a little lighter. I don't have my matches with me here. I usually have a little set of matches I'll take with. I'll have both. And I'll place both of those in a sandwich baggie as well. And here, if you can see that, this is chapstick. It's extra chapstick because how many times have you been out there hunting and don't have chapstick? Oh man. And then if you see that black on it though, that is tape. That is Gorilla Tape. And some people will just use like electrical tape. But the Gorilla Tape, I've just wrapped it up on there. You could peel that off. You could tie a tag onto your animal's horns, or maybe some other purposes, safety purposes, or tape something up real quickly. So I shove all that into this bag. There we go. Get that flashlight out of the way. Next, Garmin InReach. For this, I don't use this really for GPS purposes. I don't use it for mapping purposes. It can do that. You see that little itty bitty screen right there, right? It's not, to me, as useful as using my phone. What the InReaches are awesome for, SOS button. So if you were in trouble and you have this on, pull that out, hit the SOS system there, and you're going to get rescued. So that's just how it works. We have search and rescue crews all over Wyoming here. They will get notified within minutes. I have talked to these guys locally. They get that notification very quickly, and they'll come looking for you. So this is very important. And last year, folks, I broke my leg hunting. You can actually watch those videos. I'll try and remember to put a link right here. I broke my leg. I was a mile away from camp. I was packing out some elk, and I was with two people at that time, so I did not use the SOS because I hiked out for a mile with my stepdad and my buddy. And but if I was by myself, even if I could hike out, I would have hit that SOS button. I would have started that call right then, because who knows what would have happened. It took me 3 hours to go 1 mile. That's a nice feature. Another cool feature about this, you can have one designated person for my subscription plan that I can text a person 3 set messages. So I have something like animal down. So if I text that to my wife, she gets the message animal down, and then I might have a call list that she starts calling buddies and friends here around town who will zip on over and get to me. And when I text her that, she gets a map on her phone of where I'm at, the GPS coordinates, so people can find me. That's a good deal. So I have 3 preset messages. One is like animal down, back at camp, and everything is fine. A lot of times I'm out there with my kids. I'll just randomly text her every couple hours. Everything is fine. That is free. You could do other texts. Cost you like 25 or 50 cents. I forget what that is. I put this into just like a fleece glove right here. Just helps protect the screen, helps protect a little bit of the battery life, and there is that. Here's another reason I use this little glove though for protecting devices. So I will generally always pack this as well. Here is a GoPro 8. Like I mentioned, if you're making videos, you got to pack this extra stuff. Here's a GoPro 8 with a little small Gorilla Pod, so capture your B-roll, capture a little hunting. It's easier. It's so light. I mean, this doesn't weigh even a pound. And my son can hold this and film me, so maybe that's why I don't have the best videos sometimes during hunting, but we definitely try. So I'll also take this GoPro 8 and I'll stick it into this fleece glove. That is a match. Got an extra pair of gloves that are going into my pack. Fantastic. All right, so going next here's the next little pouch I use. And I use this for my knives. You all should recognize this Crown Royal bag. And so I have a little knife sharpener. That's a great little knife sharpener I picked up at a trade show. That goes in the bag. Here is a little skinning knife. I've used it to gut. On the back side, I got some extra outdoor edge replacement blades there. That goes in. Here's just a little HME saw. That goes in this little bag. You can see how it's fitting in there. This knife is a little bit bigger. Gut hook knife. I forget what brand this even is, but you can see the size of it. I haven't used it in a while. It is good if you got to really dig into there and get some cutting done. I just haven't used it in so long out there though. I think this one is going out of my pack. So that's out. maybe I'll decide to put it in sometime. And I usually have an outdoor edge knife I would put in here. I lost mine last year that I believe is out on the National Elk Refuge when I shot my bison last year. Yeah, that's right. I shot a bison last year. Check out this link. And I did order my new Eastman magazines, and you get the free knife. Maybe free. I think they raised the price a little bit, shipping and handling and stuff. But I got a new knife on the way. If I don't get it in time for this weekend, I might just have to go buy one. Don't tell my wife. So I'll put the knives in here. Now, if you do notice, though, on this bag, yeah, I'm missing my drawstring cord. So just a second here. I need a new bag. We'll just have to go ahead and put that into the trailer. But there's the cord, right? So last year when I was bison hunting, for some reason I didn't have my chapstick with the extra tape on there. I needed to tie my tag onto the horn of the bison. I cut this, pulled it out, and tied my tag on. So actually, that bag will go to something else. These knives will go into this bag because now I can just kind of cinch it up. I could tie it off if I want to so my knives wouldn't fall out of there. But yeah, out there in the National Elk Refuge, I think my knife is out there, and I'm going to go look for it here soon because I got another bison tag, and I'm going to go find it. Now, after last year, here is a lesson I learned the hard way. A lot of people already packed this. I never always packed it because I didn't have the best hiking poles, and I was thinking about weight, and then sometimes the hiking pole is a little taller, and you rub it on branches and whatnot. But for my birthday this year, yeah, it's my birthday, my wife was pretty nice to me and picked me up these hiking poles. These are Black Diamond. I forget what the name of these ones might be, but look at these carbon fiber poles. Oh, there it is. Distance Plus FLZ. That can't be the name. I have to look at the package. Bring that together, and then you push this up. Come on. There it goes. Lock that into place. That's amazing. Undo this little clip. You pull this up to your desired height. Clip that down. Boom. Hiking poles. I broke my leg last year. I firmly believe in packing hiking poles. These weigh, gosh, 14 ounces. Let me grab that real fast. These are the Black Diamond Distance Plus FLZ, 120 to 140 centimeters. I mean, these things look awesome. I was trying to find the weight for you here. Here we go. 514 grams. Nope. 540 grams per pole. I mean, these weigh like nothing. Nothing. This is so light. These are going into my pack. And then if I just want to release, I believe I just have to pull that back up. Oh, come on, I had it. There we go. And once you release that lock, it comes apart, and look at how well these fold up. Just kind of got to get it right there. Look at that. Slide that back in. There we go. We're probably measuring 12 inches right here, folks. That'll go into the side of my pack, no problem. I'll probably pack both. Maybe I'll just pack one bow hunting if it's good weather. If it's bad weather, perhaps I'll pack both. Haven't decided on that yet, but I'm definitely packing one. I highly recommend it to everybody out there. Hiking poles. Some other things I will be packing on me. Here's some bonus tips for you. For us here in Wyoming, if you're in Montana, Idaho, bear spray. But I like to connect mine onto my bino harness, so it kind of sits here and it's not really on my pack, but it's more weight. Throw that to the side. Here's a few extra tips. Pack an extra belt with you if you go out to a spike camp somewhere, or your trailer, tent. Here is the hoodie I have worn for, 20 years. It's a leafy hoodie, and it doesn't match. It's some sort of woodlands camo. Advantage timber is what it says on there. But I love this thing. So it's vented, it has mesh, and then the leafy stuff, and it's hard to, I can't even barely find these anymore. But I wear this all the time bow hunting. So I'll have on my, I wear Badlands camo, but then you put this on and it just breaks up your outline so well. I highly recommend maybe looking into stuff like that. I know there's sometimes gloves that have the leafy stuff to them, and maybe that's something you could also add. Just breaks your outline up. This is awesome. And when you have your hat on, this kind of stays out of your way. Fantastic. This I actually just put into my pocket, like the cargo pocket on the side of your leg there. That's where I carry that. And then I do have my big Terminator bugle from Primos. I think this is the Terminator. Sometimes this is just a big pain in the butt. So anyways, the way you know, I'll have that on my pack and we'll put this on, but this is not in my pack, but it's going over my pack, and then I'm kind of able to slide the bottom of the Primos, or I don't know if it's bottom or top, whatever, and just tuck it into somewhere in one of the belt loops. So also we'll be packing that most of the time bow hunting. Depends how it's going. But of course you always need it if you don't have it. One last thing I will have on me here. Here is my cell phone. So you can see the difference. I mean, this screen size, this is an S10. Screen size is awesome. Battery life on the S10 is fantastic. This thing will go all day. I could use Onyx Maps, run Sirius XM all day, maybe run 50% of my battery. So this is my map. I use Onyx Maps. That's why I carry my cell phone anyways. It goes into one of my side pockets. If it's going to be maybe wet outside, maybe I'll tuck it into some sort of sleeve or a glove or something like that, tuck it into my pocket. But my cell phone. So that's coming along with you. I'm sure most people out there bring their cell phones along now too. I mean, you're getting pictures, I mean, you're getting video. So that's just naturally coming along. Probably not in my pack though. So yeah, there we go. That's kind of a basic setup that I will have in my bow hunting pack. Another thing I don't have out here is my hunting tags. I obviously will put those into one of my packs. Sometimes I'll use one of these bags to put those into. Maybe my battery one here, because I'll have them like in a Ziploc bag, keep them dry. Put them into this little red bag so that they're just protected and safe. So yeah, there's my setup and my Diablo Dos. I say let's load it into the backpack real quickly and just check some weights as we move through putting stuff in that pack. Alright, so here is my Diablo Dos. Let's start off with a little weight here. I just realized something else I haven't talked about I'd have in my pack. There we go, we get the scale activated. This is a completely empty Diablo Dos. We're looking at 4 pounds, 9 ounces. So there's that. So one thing I forgot to talk about was your water bladder. And mine is laying right here somewhere. Let me find that and put some water in it because we want to get I want an accurate measurement of my weight in this pack. So let me find it. All right. So we got my water bladder filled up here. I'm carrying an MSR, what is it, Drome Light. This is a 2 liter. I just realized most of the time bow hunting I carry less than 2 liters, so it's just what I carry. It's not the Badlands water bag though, obviously it's MSR, so it doesn't really fit that well in what is the carry pouch here for the water bag in the Diablo Dos. So I just actually set it straight into the bag. Now for me, I like to run it out the right side, so I'll kind of make sure that it's over to the right, and we will run this out the hydration port. Well, let's just say it's going to come out right there, but I don't really want to do that because I'm probably going to take it back out. And there's only about 1.5 liters in there. That's kind of what I figure out is my norm for having that. So the one thing, what am I going to put against this bag? So this suspension frame pretty much keeps the bag off your back, which is nice. But since I don't use that pocket for my water bag, well, I can use it. So I'll use that pocket right there. Generally, it's the one that's going to have my extra batteries, my headlamp in it, and my tags. I will put into this one. So tags and everything are closer to my back. helps prevent in case you get in that big rainstorm. And I just shove those into that pocket right there. This is also that pocket where generally I'll put this flashlight because it's a big pocket when you don't have your water bag in there. So there it is. And then I can just zip that up. Come on. There we go. Now in the main compartment of the Diablo Dos, it's just one big pocket here. So one thing I will put into this pocket that I like to put in there will be some of probably, well, I would generally put my food bag into the big pocket. So I'll put that in there. What else would I normally put in there that's right here? My extra batteries for my camera, I'll put into that pocket as well. Once again, just maybe a little extra dryness in case of rain. Also, those are things I don't want on the back side of the backpack, on the far back. So if I was to lean up against stumps or trees, I'm not squishing certain items. So that goes the same then for GoPro, and the Garmin will go into the main compartment, the big pocket I would call it. There they are. Those are going into there. Now how else will I keep organizing here? As I mentioned on the Diablo Dos, you have these little side hip pockets right here. Let's put my rope in there. So there goes the rope in that one. Little baby hoochie mama will go into that same pocket there. Here is that hip belt pocket. This you can reach to. Oh, well, I did actually have a Leatherman in there. Calculate that into the weight. I'm going to keep that in there though because I do carry that. But there goes my wind checker in that pocket because I could reach that with my left pocket. That's a nice spot to have that. That extra hoodie. That other little side pocket on this side of the Diablo Dos. I'll put that there. That's where my Yahtzee goes. So actually, a lot of times I'll just wrap it up in the hoodie, toss it into there. And there is that. And then let's see, this was your teepee hand warmers. Where am I going to put that? Here is the secondary pocket on the back of the Diablo Dos. So let's just go ahead and kind of zip this up. Come on. Stop. And the hose is there, I'm just not running it out the port. But here's the other pocket. On this secondary pocket of the Diablo Dos, you have a little bit of extra storage here. Because the wet wipes is in a little bag, I'll put that into this pocket. I might even put that here. Now see, that's the hand warmers too, and that's also so if I do lean up against something, that's cushion. It's just like an extra cushioning now. Should have moved that out of the way. Knives, I'll put into this back pocket. I just toss them into the bottom. On the Diablo Dos, there is this one extra zipper pocket here. This generally would be my wallet and maybe my keys. Now for my keys, that's another one of those items, you know, you don't want any extra noise out there. I might toss those into a glove and put into that pocket, but that's one I put there because, you know, you're coming back out from hunting, you want to get in your vehicle, there you want to go. You're tired and exhausted, you want to get to them quick. That's the pocket right there. Like I said, those go in my pants, that's my face mask. And so, my phone goes into my face mask. Hiking poles. Let's toss these in. I'm going to zip that up. I still got so much space on here. And, actually that might, I didn't even think about this. Oh my gosh. So, these hiking poles will go right there in that pocket. Let's shorten this one down. Let's say I'm packing both poles. Okay, I'm pulling that apart. Here we go. Snapping that bottom in. Let's just say I take both, alright? Looks like they're going to fit in that pocket really nice. Otherwise, I could maybe move this face mask. I could put them into this pocket, cinch them up on the outside of my pack right here. But now I'm kind of wondering, can I just put them right into my pack on the Diablo Dos? There we go. Let's weigh this out. Get my little bass hooker weigher here. And up we go. 15 pounds, 8 ounces. Not too bad. I'm just going to throw that on my back. said, I might be missing maybe just a pound or less of, you know, extra food. If I'm going to be out all day, I'll fill up my 2-liter water bag. If I'm just going out for a quick 2-minute or 2-hour sit at night, and I'm just going to be sitting really close to camp, maybe I'll have less than a liter of water in there. So let's strap this on. Here we go. Just kind of cinch this up. Feels about right. And then loosen those up again and get that right. Not bad for just wearing a t-shirt. I mean, that's pretty much what I'll have on. Here you can see how easy it is to get to your little wind checker there. So there we go though. There'll be some videos of this obviously hunting. I think I'll break this pack down one day while we're up there hunting so you could kind of see if I added anything and what that looked like. So that's probably longer than I anticipated. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is going to be this Friday night. It's the first time I'm heading out hunting. Archery hunting for antelope. So hit subscribe because that's going to be fun. We'll talk to you guys later. Ooh, so I forgot 2 things. Not 3 fingers, 2 fingers. 2 things that I wanted to discuss real quickly. So always in my game bag, I always have, or in my backpack, a small game bag at least. I'm at least going to get out 1/4 or the back straps or something on my first trip out. The one thing about the Diablo Dos, it doesn't have a meat shelf. That's kind of disappointing, but like a front quarter on an elk or any part of the deer, I could at least strap it with the back straps on that backpack and at least get out some meat on my first trip. Then when I come back to my vehicle, I always have an extra bigger backpack or meat carrier somehow. I got the Vario system from Badlands. I'll take that back in to haul out meat. So I always put a game bag in my backpack. I usually have it at the back of my pack because like I mentioned, I like to sit on the ground, maybe lean up against stuff. Provides a little extra cushioning for all the things you have in your pack. So little game bag. And the other thing I forgot, which is pretty important, kind of, sort of, some gloves. So, you know, skinning, gutting, I'll only pack 1 pair with me, you know. That's usually good. I always have extra, I always kind of have a tote back in my truck, my Ranger, or camp that has extra supplies. But I have 1 pair of these. I'll put them in a sandwich bag and also take them with me. All right. Next time you see me, should be out bow hunting for antelope.